as well. Okay, now let's talk about accessories. We'll start with cases, one of the bigger questions that I've been getting lately. Now, there are two cases available on their website. There's one that works with their official grip and one that works without it. And honestly, I have not been using the case at all with my Thor. This thing is a clamshell. It is meant to protect your device. Yeah, it might get a little bit dinged up, but over the past 4 months or so, I haven't seen any scratches or anything. I do baby my device very much so, but still, I chuck it in my backpack most days. Now, for a while, I was using a little foam insert that comes with the device when you first buy it, and this essentially was there to protect the device when I had it closed up, because there are these little gaps around the edges. I was worried about it maybe bending a little bit too much or getting some dust inside, but I found that in general, a couple times I forgot to use the foam, and it's been absolutely fine chucking it in my backpack like this. If anything, I've just been wiping it clean with a microfiber cloth when I first started playing it, and that usually is just fine. So yes, initially I was using this, and I still think it works really well if you're paranoid about it getting a little bit scratched up or bent, but in general, I found that the way I use it, it's been fine on its own.
I feel this is ready.
Good, Rick.
No way! No way!
I'm kind of obsessed with birds. And that's not the best part.
We already talked about grip options, but these are the ones that I found to be the best for me in general. They've got a little stylus holder in here as well. I've got a whole dedicated video on these grips, so I don't want to belabor that point. I also made a video talking about styluses, but these are the two that I've been using the most over the past several months. There's an official one from Nintendo. This is for the Nintendo Switch. It's like $15 or so. And then there's this $20 one on Etsy that I really like as well. It's got this disc tip to it that doesn't look like it would be very good, but it works very well with these screens. And so this one has been my favorite. It's a nice small size, about the same size as a DS. I'll leave these linked down below. One of my other things I don't like about the Thor is that these triggers are a little bit sharp along the edge. I've gotten used to them, but there are solutions on Etsy right now that will fix this problem too. Somebody actually sent these over to me. They are 3D printed. They don't have a store or anything. They just wanted some feedback on how they felt, and I think they're great. But there are also some on Etsy that I will leave linked down below if you want to try them out too. But they all work the same way. So essentially, you just snap them in place, and then they round out that edge on the side. So they're really good. But this one in particular, I was helping it with the color grading, as you can see here. It's just a little bit off. It's really hard to get that right with this particular color with all the 3D printed options. So I would say these are not a necessary purchase. Instead, I would say if the triggers actually bother you, you've at least got these solutions on Etsy. And it's really handy that they have these things. It's pretty cool. It will make the device protrude a little bit more on these edges, but I think it's well worth it for that additional comfort. Another fun thing you can do with your Thor that I haven't really got into just yet are using decals. So there are a bunch of shops that are providing these additional decals to really customize your device. These ones right here are from a shop called Siggy's Retro Corner, and these are relatively inexpensive. I think they're like $6 or $7 each, and so you can just use these stickers and slap them right on top. Of note, the background of these decals are actually clear, so it's not going to show up right on my tan device right here. Instead, it's just going to go over it. I would say if you are going to use a decal like this, it might be good to use the TPU case that AYN sells on their website. So the combination of these two, I think, would make a lot more sense. Where you can put the decal on top of it, and then you can put this on top of it like this. And then it kind of looks more like an old school 3DS. And so for me, I think that looks pretty neat. Personally, I'm not a big fan of putting stickers on my device, but I think that by adding this case here on the top, it's going to add additional protection, and it makes it look a little bit more cohesive. Another Etsy shop that is really good when it comes to decals and custom buttons is Retro Body. Now, I don't have any of their decals, but some of these look excellent. They also have very high quality buttons that they make by hand, and they are quite expensive, but also very good. Speaking of buttons, I mentioned earlier that I haven't been bothered enough to actually take the device apart and put on new buttons, but I do have a couple that I do want to show off. These were made by a shop called Mithril Mods, and they sent them over for me to try out, and honestly, I just haven't gotten to them just yet, but I do think they are very impressive because they're magnetic. Let's take a look at their D-pad first. So it is a two-part mechanism. So you essentially would install this part onto your Thor itself. This is the magnetic part right here that you snap on top. So once this is installed inside the Thor like that, you can then swap out different D-pads depending on what you want. And they've got a couple different designs, and they look really neat. These are 3D printed, so it's not going to have the exact same feel as like a nice plastic button, but I love the fact that we have different options for different colors and shape and look. They've got the same setup with their face button, so you can install this bottom part, and then you can use a variety of different top buttons.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
These are all set so that they will go perfectly into place, and you can change them out. For example, you want to change out your APXY pattern, or you want to use PlayStation Blues, that. So I think this is something that I still need to explore in a later video, because I love the idea of using these magnetic buttons, but again, I just haven't been bothered enough to actually install them themselves. Let me know if you'd like to see
great.
Now let's talk a bit about how I've been playing Anyway for. I think my use case would be very different than most people just because I am a handheld reviewer. I'm always going through a constant cycle of these different devices. Even though the 4 has been a mainstay over the past 4 or 5 months, it's not the only handheld that I own. So even though there are many games that I would love to play through, both 3DS and TS games in particular, I often find myself switching around and seeing what other things I can do before. Part of this has to do with the fact that it's a dual screen device, which means that I'm constantly thinking of new ways that I can play games like this. After all, I've got 2 screens, which means it's double the opportunities to tinker around. And with the way that my brain works, that means that I'm often thinking of other things instead of the games that I'm actually playing. So as much as I want to play through some of these games, I often find myself just jumping around instead. To be clear, that's not necessarily a bad thing. After all, I'm having fun as I'm playing around different systems, but I'm just not really getting through my backlog on the board itself. Often when I'm done messing around with different systems and settings, I find myself reverting to many of the games that I would play on any other handheld. It doesn't have to be 2-screen one like this. So many times I'll just go back to play my favorite indie PC games on game native, which I can obviously do on a different device that's a little bit more comfortable to hold. There's a little bit of magic when playing a single screen game on the floor. For example, playing Celeste and then having the cool front end show, just a nice little graphic down below. All this comes together very nicely. And of course, these are levels I've played through before, but it's always nice to have it on the platform. Where the magic really comes for me is just playing through the stuff that I normally wouldn't play, but with this enhanced 2-screen experience. I always go through and play the same levels of Mario Kart 7, and same thing with like new Super Mario Brothers. I just always play the same levels. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't really like advancing in these games, but rather perfecting the levels that I already know and enjoy. And in that case, a 2-screen setup like this is pretty awesome. So I think this is probably the most magical experience for me in my particular game. I'm not getting through any new levels with before right now, but I'm enjoying some of the games that I normally play because it's got 2 screens. Yes, at some point I will probably get through Wind Waker HD, and I am thinking that I will play on the computer because I love seeing the menu screen down below at all times. It just enhances the overall experience with this particular game. All the same, the next time I check in and do an updated video level 4, chances are I'm probably going to say the same sort of things. And I'm playing all my favorite games, but really enjoying the 2-screen experience of it all. In the end, this is where the Thor shines through. Playing some of my favorite classics, but then also adding that 2-screen functionality, which just pushes me towards playing more 3DS and PS content, and it's been one of the best experiences I've ever played in emulation with these particular systems. The 2 handhelds I've been using the most over the past several months have been the 4 and the 11. The 4 has been great in a more travel-minded capacity. I can just throw it like this, put it in my backpack, and it's ready anytime I'm ready to play a game. The 03 for me has been more of a couch-focused handheld. This is not necessarily as travel-friendly, but I do find it more comfortable. So often I find myself gravitating towards this device as well. This is a handheld that keeps getting better as well, mostly because of updates to emulators and keyboard drivers. If I had to make a recommendation between the 2, it's pretty hard, and it really comes down to context. I think that if you're looking to play DS and 3DS games, then the 4 is going to cover that immensely. But if you're looking for a more comfortable experience and something that's a bit more powerful, then the 03 is going to be a safe bet as well. Either way, I think that both of these are excellent handhelds. It really comes down to what you plan to play. If you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, the Retro Pocket 6 is what I would consider to be its horizontal, this thing in terms of size and power is excellent as well. In the end, the door isn't awesome yet, but it has been getting better and better over the coming months, and so I still definitely recommend it if you're looking for a user again. This is the one to beat. So again, in the comments down below, did you pick up the phone? How are you like? Or did you order one? Are you waiting for it? Or did you go with something else? As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. We'll see you next time. Bye. My old phone carrier was reaching their hand into my wallet and just helping themselves. I like having no surprises when it comes to my cell phone bill. And with Spectrum, it's saved me a ton of money. Real customers, real savings. To see how much you can save, visit spectrum.com/save.
That's fucking stupid. Fuck! There was my loot. Achoo! Achoo! What? Epic. Alright.
You know me, we both know it's all right. That's so glad I have a little girl coming now. Thank you, God, for a good old boy like me. If I say I'm taking second plans on Friday, but a few niggas couple rolls up my face. And never some things not the way you do it. But I'll tell you, things to us. Songs are good, so comforting. Stop the back in the sick. It's a good thing. Say wrong. Say what's wrong. The union isn't just about what happens at work. It's about the life you build on them. And have a little state like Texas, like you look for stability, right there for your family. It's not the person who your boss changes your schedule at the last. See the kids' milestones. By joining together for their pay and healthcare, we aren't just protecting our jobs. We are securing our children's future.
26 years of the 2000s, each time has had its own different eras of things people got insecure about. From the early 2000s to basically the end of 2010, everyone wanted to look super skinny because that's was plastered everywhere. You'd have a hard time finding an actress that was over like 140 pounds back then and was slammed by the media for fast food. But it was just one little they fly away like a tumbleweed. Guess what? Dudes, everyone was trying to get a six-pack abs like celebs by watching a video on YouTube probably called How to Get Six-Pack Abs in 5 Minutes. Can't believe I thought this would work as it did. And this had to have started my delusions and me questioning everything. And like, those are like the main things people were worried about back then. Of course, there's more, but nowadays it's on a whole other level. With the rise of lip smacking and all these plastic procedures being done like fast food casually, it's only ramping up more and more how insecure people are feeling and how perfect they want to look for the internet. And one thing that showed me that is how fast the rise of Ozempic has grown. Just a couple of years ago, Ozempic was still a low-key drug that you had to speculate if a celeb was on or not to lose weight because they was dropping pounds like no tomorrow. One day they were Jonah Hill, and the next day they were Jonah Hill. Shout out to Jonah Hill. That's a top tier actor because man, they used to bully the out of this in the 2000s in interviews.
Are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm not the fat one. Are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or does everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, you know, this is great guy you're helping?
Any other questions? Very smart. Now with Ozempic, you can damn near walk in any pharmacy and get it in a snap. And there's also been a rise in different types of weight loss pills that are easy to get. Some companies sell it online like an Amazon product. One thing a lot of people in America do is people near the border of Mexico just take it over the border to the store there because you can get it straight up over the counter, zero prescription needed, and way cheaper. The main reason for the rise of it is all the celebs promoting it and influencers as well. For some reason, Serena Williams is now an ambassador of a weight loss pill and is now promoting it even though she was never that big. And how does that one meme go? I wanted to fool you when you was fat. It's become so common now that for the first time in this decade, America's obesity rate has gone down. So people are seeing all this and saying, well, this whole trend is good, so why not take it? And look, if you are someone who took it or is currently taking it, then good for you. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope it goes well. It should always be a last option, though, and unless you look like one of those 600-pound life that have to get forklifted out of their beds. About 99% of the public can lose weight with a decent calorie deficit and working out a little bit. But the problem with it and how mainstream it is that it wasn't even made to be this big. Ozempic is a diabetes treatment, with weight loss being one of the side effects coincidentally. There was a limited supply at a certain point, and so many people were snatching it up to lose weight like celebs that people with diabetes couldn't even get the medication at a certain point. Imagine your ass getting a heart attack and dying because someone wants to lose 10 pounds before going on a vacation. One of the biggest problems with this whole fiasco, though, and one of the main reasons people say you shouldn't take it unless you need to, is there is zero long-term study of the side effects since it's so new. If anything crazy can happen to you, like a side effect of cancer, it's going to take at least 10 to 20 years to figure it out. And most people using it now, because you gain the weight back pretty much instantly if you're not working out using Ozempic, end up going back for a second. So who knows what type of toll that's taken on your body. Some other notable things people thought was normal and trusted before long-term studies were cigarettes. Yeah, I think we know the harm of that one now. The Xanax. Before every rapper started talking about it, every song was hammered about the can. And because the youth is so insecure now, a lot are smuggling the weight loss drugs by buying it from random Ozempic dealers online, which is bad because you have to be older than 18 to even get prescribed Ozempic, and even then when you're young, 99%, probably 99.5% can lose weight by just locking in. That's when I started. The problem is too, a lot of people who want a certain build aren't going to get that from taking Ozempic. If you're a dude that wants that anime lean physique or a girl who wants thickness, Ozempic gonna shred them all of your weight. Unless you do your diet precisely perfect and are already in the gym and locked in. If you're on Ozempic, it's an appetite suppressant, so you won't even be able to eat the right amount of protein. It's just gonna shred through all of your muscle because it's meant for losing weight. There are some people who take Ozempic and you can immediately tell because there's also another term called Ozempic face where people have noticed it can sunk in your face and make it wrinkly. But it's all good now. We have stuff to fix that. Just drop 100K and you can get a facelift and you're all good. This was all worth it instead of locking in for 6 months or a year and losing weight for free. Also, the rise of looks maxing is getting worse and getting more mainstream as time goes on. I already made a video recently covering clavicular, so I'm not even going too in depth with him again. But you know, despite all the controversy he has, he just keeps growing. If you told someone a streamer in 2020 was saying the N-word and was hanging out with some of the internet's most controversial people right now, and then told them he got featured in big magazines like GQ and the New York Times, they wouldn't believe you. But cut to now, and that's what we got. Bro might have the best manager of all time because how many get on the New York Times? Maybe looks maxing really is the way you can get anywhere in life. Let's Maxing has turned into a small niche community on the internet to now having a whole core storyline. You've got different characters in the Looks Maxing universe, like ACU frat leader, who did something which can only be described as Gen Z's 9/11. Straight mocking Clavicular. Just like 9/11, we all remember where we were when this happened. This possibly might be worse than any war that has been fought in the past 50 years. And that whole thing sparked the mocking wars online, with #1 ranked Chad Androgen trying to avenge Clavicular from his mocking death. With another person named am I too old for this, guys? I just turned 23, so let me just move on to the point. All jokes aside, now that Looks Maxing is growing more than ever, it's reaching more and more people who are trying to learn it and potentially are going to damage their bodies because they want to model like they see these dudes. We know Clavicular specifically does insane. We're going to see how many Pokemon cards we can buy with $100 on the whatnot. First, a lot of the day we're trying to take all this awesome organic VMAX. 2, 1. That's one down, baby. Love it, love it, love it. Such an awesome card. First pack was insane. Like, take meth and inject peptides in his face. If you don't know, peptides come in these little vial bottles, and they're amino acids that all of our bodies already have. And if you take certain ones, they're like a booster that can help with stuff like repairing your tissue, which then helps with your skin. Now, the one problem with this is, at least for the facial ones, you gotta inject that shit in your face when you. And if you're not a professional trained at this, you're one injection away from looking like a pervert. In general, it shouldn't be a common thing you're doing anyways, especially if you're young. Like, there's already a ton of facial products that will help keep your skin good until you're old. It's not like the 80s where dudes was waking up and washing their face with rusty lead-filled tap water and natural. the consequences on their face. So as long as you keep up a good facial routine with the products we have now, you should be able to age gracefully. You got dudes on TikTok flexing, showing their peptide collections like it's rare Pokemon sets.
Shred heat has officially struck. Here's my MT2. I got about one dose left in there. One. The big fan left. And then I got big C2 left. I'm really 2 weeks up in there. I'm stoked about that. That's not trash yet. That's not trash, I guess. Like, here's you though. This is sad. This is sad. And we got one dose left there too. Back up KO and how we gotta go, I guess.
One of the main problems with them in general, even if you did have a doctor inject it, is that most of them aren't regulated, and a lot of times you get them shipped from a random warehouse in China. Imagine waking up one morning after taking a peptide ship from China, and your ass gets activated and you turn into a seasonal spy ready to do anything that Xi Jinping's orders. You want these products regulated so you can at least hold somebody accountable for if something happens to you. There's also a lot of people trying to learn how to get jaw surgeries because of looks maxing, and the main culprit is, of course, people under 18, but that's why they see on TikTok. In fact, the Looks Maxing website itself did a survey on people who use their website, and they found that 45% of people on their website under 18 want some type of surgery. Right, you'll ask to even finish your biological puberty process. At least wait until after that. Luckily, most people that are looking for it at that age couldn't afford it. It shows how much the Looks Maxing sentiment has been growing with the youth, though. Now, the final one I want to talk about is the skincare beauty culture, which has been affecting little girls that haven't even reached puberty. A lot of these girls who are growing up watching these beauty influencers on YouTube and TikTok, who now, for some reason, have social media accounts. The fact that I have to share the internet space with someone who's 2016 and diabolical. When we were kids, I don't know, growing up after there's been a rise of these little girls showing off their own makeup routines and skincare routines online. Some may be thinking, well, tell me what's wrong with them having a little fun showing off things they like. There'd be nothing wrong with it if it was in good fun. But posting it on the internet only makes it 10 times worse. Instead of them doing it at home, maybe every once in a while to see how it looks for fun, the views for these little girls be hitting them like crack, and it's gonna end up being a cycle they continue, which in the long run is only gonna make them more insecure growing up to a bad point. And these videos ain't a joke either, or just for fun. A lot of them deadass got whole setups of things they do.
Hello everyone, I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm doing this with Shaw, I'm doing my skincare. So if you like the video, please like. Also, just got out of the shower. Man, that was a good shower. Just got out of the shower. Man, that was a good shower.
Just got out of the shower. Man, that was a good shower. I also want to be clear, I don't even blame them. The only person I blame here is the parents, because why are you even letting your daughter have full-ass 10-step facial routines at that age? It's worse for them at that age to have a full-blown facial routine, because you can overdo it and end up having terrible acne issues with your skin when you're older. Your skin when you're young is already pretty protected. At the most, doctors say a basic routine. It's reaching a point where certain beauty stores won't even blend products, and even states are banning it. Like California last year introduced a bill to ban certain anti-aging skin products for people aged 18 and younger. Hopefully these little girls don't end up buying these products like a dude visiting his local Snapchat dealer for a dime bag of weed. Imagine seeing a child running out an alleyway from the shops with a bag of anti-aging CRP products. It's also pre-firing and starting a problem a lot of women already deal with when they're older. Things like self-image products and not being able to walk outside without makeup. And these are girls who didn't grow up with this type of social media culture. I can only imagine how these little girls are going to grow up having constant fears about these things. For a final message, I guess, anybody insecure about these things, like dudes who want to look smacks and look like particular, I know it's the basic spiel, but just lock in with the gym, your diet, wash your ass, and you'll be like 90% there. And for the 17% women audience demographic I have, you're doing all right, just now Tommy's here to keep you safe. I don't know, probably just the same terms I said for the dudes. And if it makes you feel better, a lot of these girls win 80% get put off there. Anyways, that's gonna be all. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Last night we let the liquor talk. Oh, come on.
We all know that Baki Hanma is one of the most ripped anime characters, but this begs the question, could you naturally look like this in real life? Well, the answer may surprise you. So there are definitely some cosplayers that do an amazing job at this. And as I've established in other videos, Baki has a near perfect physique in terms of bodybuilding. He's got excellent muscle mass, he's super lean and ripped, and he has a great V-tape. He's got everything going for him. To actually have a chance to look like this in real life, though, you're going to have to be blessed with great genetics. And it's going to take at least probably 5 to 10 years of hard training. And we're not just talking about going in and lifting weights here and there. We're talking about dedicated bodybuilding training. So if your goal is to have a physique similar to Baki's, I definitely think it's possible even without PEDs, but it's highly unlikely, and it would have to consume so much of your life that I actually don't even know if it would be worth it at that point. As a trainer, I just recommend enjoying the workouts and getting a physique that you like. We all know that Baki Hanma is one of the most ripped anime characters. Turles, the original evil Goku, is one of the most popular Dragon Ball Z movie villains, and thanks to him, we actually have a pretty good idea on why a lot of Saiyans look alike when it comes to Goku at least. Aside from having a different skin tone and still having his tail at the time that we saw him, he looks nearly identical to Goku. They also share a pretty identical height and build too, with the only slight difference being in their hairstyle. But why do these two Saiyans look like twins? Are Turles and Goku long-lost relatives? Well, in a certain sense, kinda. In the Dragon Ball Z anime film comics, it's mentioned that the reason for their striking resemblance, and this goes for Bardock, Goku, and Turles, is that the facial patterns of low-ranked Saiyans, like Turles and Goku, and of course Bardock, are all quite similar. In the Tree of Might movie, Turles himself goes as far as to suggest that he looks like Goku because they're both low-class Saiyans, and the low-class Saiyans don't have many distinct physical differences. So, and this is really what militarizing the Saiyan race looks like. Turles, the original evil Goku, is one of the most popular Dragon Ball Z movie villains, and thanks to
A screaming bitch.
Stop yelling and just attack him before he kills us.
My name sucks, Majin Buu.
That's illegal trade content.
Thanks a lot, but you'll be able to get out of here soon. It's a new move. Look at the team. I need you to answer me when I ask you a question. Right now, I need you to help me. Believe me, if there's any way I thought I could do this on my own, I wouldn't be asking you. Now let's hurry. We don't have a lot of time left.
Why does the strongest fighter left have to be so darn ridiculous?
Are you ready?
Just
A screaming.
Listen, 65. 70 grand? No, 65. 70 grand, you can think about it. It's all good. No, 65. You don't have to think right now. You go home to Miami. No, and you have to ship it to me. 70,000 will ship it to you. We're done. We're good. No. Do you have any steaks you can give me or something like that?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes. You want it?
All right, let's see. Come on.
Okay. I wasn't going to do this, George, but this was for a video. But
Oh my
I'll sacrifice
God.
it for a video.
Look at the box he brought.
Oh.
Did you buy this here?
No, I got connections.
What did you do? Did you ship something from
I'm not
Florida?
telling you.
Oh my God.
Come on, George.
Oh my God. This is straight fat. It's not even meat. There's like no meat in here. This is straight, like, you're eating like, oh my gosh. How much is this?
$1,000.
$1,000?
Yeah, but coming from me, it goes way up. You know what I mean?
Is this for me tonight?
Yes.
Really?
If we make a deal.
How many pieces do I get?
I know. You won't be able to eat too much.
I know.
It's extremely fatty. Stop talking about the steak. Deal? 65. And the steak. One.
You gotta send me more steaks. We got a deal.
I'll give you the steak. I'll take you come to the studio and I'll give you more steak.
All right, sounds good.
Listen, 65.
70 grand?
No, 65. Okay.
The cops are waiting on me at the exit. There's only one way out. They can't pull me over if my car's on the back of the tow truck. So we're going to put the car on the tow truck to get it out of here and not get arrested. Because they've all but confirmed they're waiting to arrest me. The cops were sitting there telling me that they're waiting for a black Corvette. They're not going to have any lessons. I intended on my night going. You think they're still out there? I don't know. They're going to get me. Unless they're pulling over the tow truck. This is what we call a big brain move. They said they're waiting on the black Corvette to get arrested. Good luck. You're going to be waiting for a while. You're going to have to follow me. If we have cops following the tow truck, we're just going to keep filling it up and keep on going. We've got the car towed to my sister's house so that I can drive it home from here. The cops were indeed waiting for me right outside. The cops are waiting on me at the exit. There's only one way out of it.
I see you got pads on. Are you pretty good at using the pads?
Focus mitts?
Yeah.
I'm more used to tie pads, but I guess I'm like, alright.
Sorry.
I'm more used to tie pads, but I guess I'm like, alright, focus mitts.
You mind doing like a round or two with me?
Yeah, of course. Do you have your gloves with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do
I
it.
always got my gloves with me. I'm actually in doing a boxing workout for tonight, so.
I can do it. You want to do boxing only, right? Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I can throw kicks, but I ain't got it like y'all, you know what I'm saying?
I'll do a round of boxing only with you. Yeah.
Cool, I appreciate it.
I'm mad, yeah, but like, I'm fast. I'm so tired too, like, they say B6. This is B6. Wait, listen. Ese mismo de
Do you owe any money on it?
I do.
What do you owe? 29? Okay. Look, these trucks, let me show you, they're listed. This is Terriabruh's active market. You're listed for around, with your miles, you have 29,000 miles of 33, 32. So this is a truck, I would probably pay 30 and sell for 32. So I don't make too much. My offers are good for a week, so I could offer you 30,000. What are you looking to get for it?
I was also looking at
30? 35? Oh, 30,500? Where'd you find me at?
Eric Torres.
Eric Torres.
He's from North Raleigh Performance.
Are you serious? That's my boy, bro. How do you know him?
He's my brother, actually.
Get out of here, bro. Eric from North Raleigh Performance. They work on BMWs. Guys, this dude has saved me so much money and time over the years. Bro, I'll do 31 for you, man.
31?
I'll do 31 for you.
I'll take it.
You want to do it?
Take it.
All right, cool, man.
Thank you, man.
Hey, you got to thank Eric. Give Eric a little something. All right, let's do it.
All
All right, let's do it, man. Do you owe any money?
I want to post this car for sale, but nobody's going to buy a car with lights on the dash. This car specifically has a low tire pressure light on and the ABS light on, and I know exactly how to remove them both. The first one I'm going to get rid of is that exclamation mark, because it's literally just a sensor. Most people drive around with this light on and have no idea what it means, not realizing it's a super easy fix. The first step is taking off the wheel. I could have done this entire thing at home, but I brought him to a tire shop. I'm Hugo.
So, you know one of us, so you know what here.
What's up, bro?
That's how you're going to greet me? You're going to walk up on me and try to choke me? Is that how you're going to greet me? You're going to walk up on me and try to put me in the guillotine?
No.
You think that's a greeting? You think that's a greeting?
Where's soda? We got Twins jersey. Where's soda? Twins jersey. Andover, Minnesota. Dude. Yes. We're in the Walmart parking lot. We're right here. $200. Bro, I've driven on this road. Oh, show the sign there. Bro, I've driven on this road. You're gonna jump the driven this road and jump the This might be Arizona. No, Tempe, Arizona. I'm going to Tempe. Arizona, man. Tempe, Arizona. What does that say right there? City of Tempe. Are you with me right now? 2 miles. Scenic, Wyoming. I think it's Cheyenne, Wyoming. We're based on, like, go to Wyoming. Yeah, let's look for Cheyenne. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Are you fucking serious? Cheyenne, Wyoming. Are you serious? Cheyenne, Wyoming. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck? I know this dude. I literally know this guy. What the fuck's wrong? What are we doing right now?
getting down there?
I have a plan.
You do?
Do not act so surprised.
No offense, brother. I don't even think Thor with Mjolnir in hand could get through that much ice.
Then Thor is a fool.
This should be entertaining.
So, it's a plan of yours.
Can you get him?
Knowing you, it doesn't involve standing around here.
Correct.
We heading into that building?
Yes.
You think there's something inside that'll help us break the ice?
Right there.
Last night she left the liquor town.